Suprabhatam, Suswagatam. Karma Yoga is something very special. All other streams of yoga, Jnana Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, Raj Yoga, they need special time to be invested for the practice. Whereas Karma Yoga doesn't need that. Therefore, for the most busy executives, Karma Yoga is the best. What is special to Karma Yoga? You have to convert every action into a yoga. Normally we think that yoga is to practice asana, pranayama, mudras, bandhas, kriyas, meditation and devotional sessions and others. But here Krishna says, every action we do should be converted into a yoga. Yoga is a way of life. How is it ever possible? Even sitting, standing, eating, drinking, urinating, excreting, everything can be yoga? No, impossible it looks. But Krishna says, yes, it's possible. Every action we do, Pashyan, Shunvam, Sprishan, Jighan, Ashnan, Gachan, Swapan, Shwasan, Pralapan, Visajan, Prunhan, Unmishan, Nivishan, Napi, Indriyad, Indriyad, Seshu, Vartanta, Yidharayan. Seeing, hearing, eating, tasting, every action can be converted into yoga. How? What is that secret? I have been trying to understand that secret in the 18 verses that have been sung here. The first step is to understand how we do our action. Every action that we do has something behind it which propels that. That's our personality traits. We call it as tamas, rajas, sattva, the three gunas. Depending on what guna predominates, your action is governed by that. If you are tamas predominant, you have resistance to action, there is ignorance, there is confusion, but doing a small work you put all your efforts. That is tamasic action. In rajasic action, you are very sharp, intelligent, brilliant, sharp, dynamic, full of energy, vitality. But what propels to action for you is selfishness. I want to become a billionaire, I want to become a billionaire, I want to have all the wealth, I want to have all the power, I want to be a minister, a chief minister, a prime minister, power. And I want to show my ahankara, that to kamepsana karma, sahankarena vapnaha, second. Ego, arrogance, feature. Everywhere I want to show, everywhere my name should come, Hosanna. The third is sattva, in which you have less and less selfishness, reducing the selfishness. More and more for us, less and less for me. Take less and less and give more and more to the society. Always you have your mission to good of the society, good of the institution, good of the world, good of the people. And every action I do is geared towards it. Dana, Daya, Dhamma are the three components of sattva. Dana is sharing, Daya is love and compassion, and Dhamma is control over the senses. Bahirindriya nigraha Dhamma. Control over the external organs is Dhamma. All this start coming. Therefore, as you grow in sattva, what happens? Your requirement goes on reducing. I want simpler and simpler. In the rajasic action, what is there? Your requirement goes on increasing. I have a 2-bedroom flat, I want a 3-bedroom flat. And I want an independent house. I want a palatial house. I want a huge house. I want to have all the comforts of the life. That is a rajasic growth. What you call a standard of living. Whereas in sattva, you start reducing. I am having a 3-bedroom house. I have 2 rooms for my use. 1 is more than enough. I want a simpler house. And look at the great personality who had. Chanakya had just a dilapidated hut who was the kingmaker of Chandragupta. But he was staying just off the side, a dilapidated hut and 1 set of clothes. That is the growth in sattva. Because you understand that you have all the knowledge and power and freedom within you, and you don't have to depend on the external knowledge. That is the. So we have to move from tamas to rajas to this to sattva in the first way. Then we have to move beyond the gunas. Why have to go beyond the gunas? Even people who are doing good activities, sattvic activities, they also get into problems. They get into conflict. And I was wondering for a long time, why such dedicated people, committed people, spending their whole life for the good of the society should get a heart attack, to get a stroke, to get a diabetes, to get hypertension. Why? Why should they suffer from these modern NCDs? God appears to be very unjust, it looks. For years and years, this was torturing me. But once I started understanding Gita, then I understood the reason. Krishna says, all the three gunas are bondages. So, you have to go beyond the gunas. What is that element of bondage? It makes us suffer, it makes us get into this problem. That bondage is called sangha, sakti, that is attachment. You are attached to tamas, or attached to rajas, attached to sattva. You are doing all good activities, spending over day and night for the good of the country, but the country is not growing, the country is not changing. Still, the corruption continues, and this scam continue, and acting so bad. That will create all the problems. Therefore, Krishna says you have to go beyond the gunas. You have to reduce your attachment. And therefore, the key essence of Karma Yoga is to work in detachment. So that is how to do that. Very easily said than done. Do all action with detachment. Is it ever possible? Once you start doing that, you detach yourself from work. So, without detaching from the work, you must learn the art of detachment in action. How to do that? Krishna says that understand the totality of the whole life. The life is not only karma, there is the akarma. Karmanastu bodhavyam bodhavyam chukarmana. Akarmanastu bodhavyam gahana akarmano gatihi. You must understand in life there is action and there is non-action. Non-action we neglect. We give all the prominence, 100% action to only action. We think that all non-action, the sleeping and other things are useless. But imagine if you don't have sleep, a good sleep, how miserable you will be. So, giving rest to the system and tuning yourself to karma is very, very essential. Therefore, give prominence to karma as well. Every day, you must spend time for relaxing, resting, giving deep rest to the system. Otherwise, your system will go haywire. And that's what is happening. That is the reason why all SVs start coming up. So, apart from having a good sleep, you have to give deep relaxation. So, karma and akarma are the most important attention. Understand? Then, slowly akarma should percolate into every action we do. Yogastaha kulu karmani. Attuned to that akarma, doing all action. Karmani akarmaya pashe. One who says akarma in all actions, he is a wise man, it said. Every action you are doing, you are seeing that inner awareness of silence, blissful awareness and restful awareness. All the time tuned and anchored to your inner silence through all activities. How to do that? A very special way of doing it, that I call as dual mode operation. What is that? Inside layer of the mind, the subtler layer of the mind, the deeper layer of the mind, and the outer layer of the mind, the grosser layer of the mind are two. All of us have the experience. We are now hearing but something deep within us. In the subtler layer, something is bugging. Oh, my mother was admitted to the hospital. How is she? What is happening? Whether the surgeon has told that you have to have a remote surgery. All that is going on inside the deeper layer of the mind. Something is bugging you. Something is worrying you inside. But outside, you are hearing and doing all the things. All of us familiar. Krishna says that inner layer of the mind, the subtle layer of the mind, should be all the time in the calmness, peace, silence, and akarma. In the state of silence, in the state of blissful awareness. That the technique. Therefore, retaining that inner awareness to all action every dancer with a part of the head, in Kerala dancers, where their attention, she is doing all the things, tuning herself with the music. Her attention is not to lose that gravity. Similarly, continuous awareness of herself has to be put forth. And that awareness slowly starts becoming more and more effective. In the beginning, it's very difficult. When you try to learn your cycling, you are all awareness, because any time you may fall this side or that side. But once you learn the cycling, effortlessly it goes on and the mind starts wandering out. Then again you have to bring that to awareness. So that inner awareness should be kept, and that inner awareness becomes effortless. So the dancer who is an expert, all the time she has that effortless awareness inside. And a musician, all the time with that effortless inner beauty, harmony, peace and silence. And she sings also. And she is expressing. And this is how the inner awareness should be built. Karmani akarmaya pashe. One who sees the akarma in the karma. And by doing the action, therefore, you must go on seeing the inner akarma, tuned to akarma, doing that. Yogastaha kuru karma. Every moment there should be. And if you lose that, then you are gone. The first time the rocket was launched moved towards the moon, it was all going in the perfect way. Everything was well programmed. But a meteor came and hit it. Therefore, the whole trajectory went and it was a big collapse. So, what did the experts do? They said that you must have the special trajectory rockets, small rockets, to correct. Every moment they should be corrected. When it is going, a meteor hit, you start moving in the other direction. Then you have to launch a small rocket to bring it back to the position. And therefore, continuous awareness to bring it back to your goal. Your goal is the Anandavaya Kosha. To maintain that inner awareness, you should continuously move. Therefore, this effortless awareness, correction at every point is very, very important. Normally, there are so many requests, so many things that happen, demanding situation outside, and it will try to disturb you, try to distract you, and take you in the other direction. Then you have to change by using the proper corrective actions. Otherwise, you are lost. So, the next step is that in the so-called akarma, there is also the karma, it says. That is, akarmani karmaya pashe, the second one. That, okay, your mind is in a silence and you are sitting there and mind is completely in that silence. Is it the end of the game? Is it the moksha? No. There are layers and layers of silence. In the so-called akarma, there is the karma. There is still the action, the hidden potentiality. For example, we all have played the top as children. So when we do that, the top is rotating. The child looks at that and wants to catch it. Why? The child thinks that this top is stationary. It is not moving, but tries to move. But we all know that it is the rotation that has kept the balance in this day. Similarly, we all see that this is all stationary. No? But all the scientists know that inside there is tremendous activity going on. Electrons filling up the nucleus, tremendous speed. So there is activity in the so-called stationary. So in akarma there is the karma going on inside. Similarly, when you are sitting calmly, quietly in meditation, your mind is silent, calm for quite some time, don't think that you have reached ultimate. There are a lot of vasanas, samskaras, obsessions, blocks, knots, phobias, all inside there. That all have to be cleansed. And yoga is the process of inner cleansing. The deeper and deeper levels you have to go and do that. How to do that? You have to go deeper and deeper and cleanse them. So our cyclic meditation, our dhyan, we have all learned, we have started doing. Initially, it will give you deep rest. The body is relaxed, the blood pressure comes down, the breathing rate comes down, metabolic rate comes down, and the brain starts working nicely. All that happens, we are feeling better and better and better with deep silence. But as you go deeper, slowly your inner vasana, samskaras will start coming out. It's something like cleansing. You have a vessel full of dirt, you put the wind and clean it, the dirt is going to come out. In the same way, here, once you start doing this cyclic meditation, go deeper and deeper, you start bringing out all those vasanas, samskaras, blocks, obsessions, phobias outside. So this is what should happen. When you do any meditation, this is what is going to happen. As you go deeper and deeper into meditation, then the inner samskaras will all start getting purified. They will all start coming out. The smallness and the pettiness will all start coming out. The anger, greed, jealousy, hatred, infatuation, all inside will all start coming out. And suddenly you start losing yourself. Then understanding this is the process of stress release. This is the process of releasing the inner vasanas and samskaras have to be done. So you go deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper. Then you start moving towards your original source. So therefore, Karma Yoga's subtle dimension is to understand that in the so-called silence, in the so-called akarma, there is still the karma which has to be cleansed. And many people do not understand that. They go, get into the phase of deep meditation, they get samadhi, and they think they have reached the highest moksha. But Patan is very clear, samadhi is only the real beginning. The culmination of the Ashtanga Yoga is this, but then you have various levels and levels of samadhi to reach the ultimate Kaivalya moksha. That means inner cleansing, more and more. Therefore, in Karma Yoga, once you start practicing the inner awareness, slowly your inner dimensions will start coming out. And you must understand this and see that you handle that. And by so doing, then you start purifying yourself. So these are the dimensions, the secret that Krishna gives. The first step is give more prominence to akarma. The second is bring akarma all through your action. Karmani akarma, yogita karma, karmani. Then you go deeper and deeper, understanding the karma hidden in the potential form in this so-called akarma and cleanse them. So you go purify. And you reach this state of absolute perfection, and that state of perfection is a state in which you are all the time tuned to that infinite awareness, infinite blissful awareness, your infinite Anandamaya Kosha. Every action you do will be the right action. And such are the great masters which we had to tune themselves in the Vijnanamaya Kosha, the Anandamaya Kosha, and do all that action. This is the whole spectrum of Karma Yoga, and this is how you cleanse, converting every action into a yoga and you start tithing. So let us contemplate on these thoughts. Sit straight, with the eyes closed. Relax all parts of the body from toes to head. Beautiful smile on the face. Tensions, stresses should all be released. Beautiful smile on the face. Take a deep breath and slowly breathe out. Glance through our entire life and see how we do our action. Are we essentially doing action in Tamarajas or Sattva-rajas or Sattvic action? Can we convert all our actions into more and more Sattva type? Doing good for others, featured by Dana, Daya, Dhamma, 10 commandments, 10 Yama, Niyama, Patanjali, the 10 Dhamma of the Manu Dhamma Shastra, featured by Tyaga and Seva, the key essence of the Sattva. And doing all this good action is the eligibility for Karma Yoga. But then maintaining that inner awareness, giving enough rest to the system, karma and karma, good action and rest and good action. Charged with rest you do more and more good action, more and more good actions. Gradually, you learn the art of working in relaxation. Relaxation in action. Working stress-free. Every action we do should be done with an inner awareness of calm, peace, silence, and blissful awareness. Inner awareness grows more and more, more and more. We cleanse. The whole process of growth from unreality to reality, from darkness to light, from mortality to immortality. And in that process, let us spread the fragrance, love and bliss, harmony and peace to everyone whom we meet. And come to Namaskar Mudra.
Satoma Sadgamaya Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Mritandamaya Om Shanti 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 Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah Sarve Santu Niramaya Sarve Bhadrani Pasyantu Ma Kachitu Kabhava